Freedom, open road, but first, check your nuts. Right, you lot, road trip time. Sun's out, you've got an itch to get away from it all, I get it. But before you go full throttle into the sunset, let's make sure your chariot doesn't turn into a pumpkin before you reach the next service station. Preparation is key, my friends. It's the difference between a good story and ending up stranded on the hard shoulder, phone in hand, begging for a tow truck. And nobody wants that, least of all me. Wheels. Your round friends need love too. They carry you through every journey, every adventure, and every mundane errand. Yet they often go unnoticed and unappreciated. It's time to change that. Tires. The unsung heroes of every road trip. They endure the heat, the cold, the rain, and the rough terrains. They are the silent warriors that keep you moving forward. They're the only things between you and the tarmac, so treat them right. Show them the care they deserve. A little attention goes a long way in ensuring your safety and their longevity. Check your tire pressure, and I don't just mean giving them a casual squeeze. Proper tire pressure is crucial for optimal performance and safety. It affects your car's handling, fuel efficiency, and even the lifespan of the tires. Use a proper gauge and inflate them to the recommended pressure. This small step can make a big difference. Underinflated or overinflated tires can lead to uneven wear and tear, and even blowouts. You'll find that in your owner's manual, remember? It's a treasure trove of information about your car, including the correct tire pressure. Don't ignore it. Underinflated tires wear out faster, kill your fuel economy, and can even be dangerous. They can cause your car to handle poorly, especially in wet conditions, increasing the risk of accidents. While you're down there, inspect the tread. The tread is what gives your tires grip on the road. Worn-out treads can be a hazard, especially in wet or icy conditions. See those little wear bars? If they're flush with the tread, it's time for new rubber, my friend. Don't wait until it's too late. Replacing worn-out tires can prevent accidents and improve your car's performance. No ifs, ands, or buts. Worn-out tires are a risk you don't want to take. It's not just about your safety, but also the safety of others on the road. And don't forget the spare. It's your backup plan, your safety net. A flat tire can happen anytime, anywhere, and having a well-maintained spare can save you a lot of trouble. Make sure it's properly inflated and in good nick. A flat spare is as good as no spare at all. Regularly check its pressure and condition. Changing a tire on the side of the road is no picnic, but it's a lot worse with a flat spare. Be prepared, be safe, and give your round friends the love they deserve. They'll thank you by keeping you safe and rolling smoothly. Under the hood, it's not a black hole, I promise. It might look intimidating with all those parts and components, but it's more straightforward than you think. Now I know what you're thinking. Engine bay? That's a mechanic's job. But hold on, before you rush to the nearest auto shop, there are a few things you can easily handle yourself. But trust me, even a chimpanzee with a wrench can handle the basics. And if a chimpanzee can do it, so can you. Let's break it down step by step. First up, oil, the lifeblood of your car. Without it, your engine would seize up faster than you can say tow truck. Check the dipstick. It's usually brightly colored. Pull it out, wipe it clean, then dip it back in to get an accurate reading. If it's low or dirty, top it up or change it altogether. Fresh oil keeps your engine running smoothly and efficiently. And while you're at it, have a peek at the air filter. Clogged up? Replace it. A clean air filter ensures your engine gets the air it needs to burn fuel properly. Your engine will thank you. A well-maintained engine not only performs better but also lasts longer. Coolant is another one to keep an eye on. It prevents your engine from overheating and keeps it running at the right temperature, especially if you're heading somewhere hot. High temperatures can cause your engine to overheat if the coolant level is low. Check the level and top it up if needed. Make sure to use the right type of coolant for your car. Overheating is not your friend, particularly in the middle of nowhere. It can lead to serious engine damage and leave you stranded. See a pattern here? Fluids are important. They keep your car running smoothly and prevent costly repairs. Check the level in the reservoir. Brake fluid is crucial for your safety, as it ensures your brakes work properly. If it's low, it could mean a leak, and you don't want to mess with brakes. Leaking brake fluid can lead to brake failure. Get it checked out by a professional, yeah? Regular maintenance and inspections can save you a lot of trouble down the road. So, don't be afraid to pop the hood and take a look. Your car will thank you for it. Lights, camera, brakes. Action comes later. Next up, let's make sure you can see where you're going and that other people can see you. That means checking all your lights. Headlights, taillights, brake lights, indicators, the lot. Grab a mate, or if you're feeling antisocial, use a reflective surface, and make sure everything is working as it should. A blown bulb might seem minor, but it's a surefire way to attract the attention of the constabulary, and nobody wants that. And while we're on the subject of safety, let's talk brakes. Give them a good test. Do they feel spongy or unresponsive? Does the car pull to one side when braking? If so, get them checked out pronto. Brakes are not something to mess around with. Section 5. Inside, job prepping your cabin for the long haul. Right, now that the mechanical stuff's out of the way, let's make sure the inside of your car is ready for the long haul. First off, give it a good clean. I'm not talking a quick once-over with a damp cloth. I'm talking full-on valet mode. Vacuum the carpets, wipe down the dashboard, declutter the footwells. You'll be spending a lot of time in here, so you might as well make it pleasant. Next, adjust your driving position. Make sure your seat is at the right height, your mirrors are properly aligned, and you can reach the pedals comfortably. You'd be surprised how many people end up with backache after a long drive because they didn't bother with this. Consider adding seat cushions or lumbar support if your car seats aren't the most comfortable. Organize essential items within easy reach. Think about snacks, water bottles, and charging cables. Use organizers and storage solutions to keep everything tidy and accessible. Install a phone mount for easy navigation and hands-free calls. Ensure good air quality inside the car. Air fresheners or purifiers can make a big difference. Don't forget to check and stock up on emergency supplies. A first aid kit, flashlight, and basic tools are a must. Prepare entertainment options for passengers. Audiobooks, music playlists, and games can make the journey more enjoyable. Lastly, ensure all necessary documents are in the car. Your driver's license, registration, and insurance should be easily accessible. With everything in place, do a final check of the car interior before you hit the road. A well-prepped cabin can make all the difference for a smooth and enjoyable long haul. Safe travels. Section 6. The emergency box. Because life's a bit of a joker. Now let's talk about emergencies. Fingers crossed, you won't need any of this stuff, but it's always better to be safe than sorry. First up, a first aid kit, bandages, antiseptic wipes, pain relievers, the usual suspects. You can buy pre-made ones or put your own together. Next, some basic tools. A wrench, a screwdriver, pliers, duct tape, because duct tape fixes everything, and a tire pressure gauge. And don't forget the essentials: water, non-perishable snacks, a torch, a warm blanket, and a phone charger. Trust me, you don't want to be caught short in the middle of nowhere without these. Section 7. Packing Tetris. Mastering the boot. No, not the shoe. Right, you've prepped your car, you've got your emergency kit sorted. Now it's time for the fun part, packing. First rule of packing for a road trip: less is more. Be ruthless. Do you really need 5 pairs of shoes for a weekend away? Didn't think so. Second rule: heavy items go at the bottom, close to the center of the car. This will help with weight distribution and prevent your car from handling like a drunken hippopotamus. And finally, keep the essentials within easy reach. That means your phone, wallet, sunglasses, and snacks. You don't want to be rummaging through your entire luggage every time you stop for a coffee. Section 8. Absolutely essential tech to save the day and your sanity. Now let's talk tech. These days there's an app for everything, and a road trip is no exception. First and foremost, a good navigation app. Google Maps, Waze, whatever floats your boat. Make sure you download the maps for offline use, just in case you hit a dead zone. Next up, a weather app. Because let's face it, the weatherman is about as reliable as a chocolate teapot. You don't want to get caught in a blizzard without your thermals. And finally, a few entertainment options. Music streaming apps, podcasts, audiobooks, whatever tickles your fancy. Long drives can be boring, so it's best to be prepared. Section 9. Rules of the road. They're not just suggestions. Now, before you hit the open road, let's have a quick word about safety. First and foremost, always wear your seatbelt. It's the law, and for good reason. Second, put your phone away. I know it's tempting to check your messages or browse social media, but it can wait. Distracted driving is dangerous and illegal. Third, stick to the speed limit. I know, speed is fun, but it's not worth risking your life or someone else's. And lastly, never drink and drive. It's just not worth it. Get a taxi, call a friend, or sleep it off. It's always better to be safe than sorry. Section 10. Respect the beast, your car, your responsibility. You've got to respect your car, mate. It's more than just a hunk of metal. It's your ticket to freedom, your trusty steed, your mobile chill-out zone. Regular maintenance, like those checks we talked about, will keep it running smoothly for years to come. And don't ignore those funny noises or warning lights. They're trying to tell you something. Think of it this way. If you treat your car right, it'll treat you right. Section 11. Now go forth and drive, but like responsibly. There you have it, your ultimate guide to prepping for a road trip. With a bit of preparation and common sense, you'll be well on your way to an epic adventure. Just remember to relax, enjoy the journey, and don't forget to pack the snacks. Safe travels.